Some business news now. Kumba Iron Ore reported a 46% jump in full-year profit. It was boosted by higher iron ore prices as well as cost-cutting measures implemented by this company. The company, among the world's top 5 iron ore producers, announced a dividend of 30 rands 50 per share, taking the full dividend to 103 rands and 20 cents per share. For more, we are joined by the CEO at Kumba Iron Ore, Ms. Mpumi Zikalala. Ms. Zikalala, thank you so much for joining us on Point. This must have been quite a year. We've seen COVID happen. Can you just detail to us how the year has been for Kumba on the business front?
Thank you so much, Diabo. As you indicated, we announced our annual results earlier today, and our performance was very strong last year. I think in addition to what you mentioned, there are a couple of things that I'd like to highlight. On the safety front, we've completed 5 years without any fatality, and this is critical for us because clearly we care for the safety and health of both our people and our communities as well. Another exciting part was the fact that we delivered over 88 billion of shared value. And this is value delivered to our country. And some of the elements of that include the fact that we delivered over 21 billion rand to the country from a taxes and a royalty perspective. And this will certainly assist us as a country. Additional things that we announced as a business was the fact that we continue to contribute insofar as our expenditure to BEE suppliers is concerned. We spent over 10 billion rand in this front. And also exciting for us was the fact that we spent 4.1 billion rand within our own local host communities.
Yeah.
So overall, a fantastic year for us as a business.
Right. Ms. Zikalala, the first year of the year was also characterized by logistically constrained environment, particularly on the operations side. How have you navigated these issues?
So the first part of the year, which was the first quarter, we had a lot of rain and lost some ground with regards to rain. And in the third quarter, we started having some supply chain challenges. What is absolutely wonderful in the space is that at our Sishen mine, which is in the Northern Cape, we put in place rain recovery plans. So if one looks at 2022, we have had rain because clearly that's what happens, but we are recovering far much quicker. And that's as a result of the programs that we've put in place from an operational efficiency perspective. So overall, yes, we had some challenges last year. We worked through them. And we put plans in place to make sure that going forward, we will see improvements from an operational efficiency perspective.
Yeah. Allow me to divert a bit. We are expecting the finance minister to table his budget speech tomorrow in Cape Town. What are your expectations from a corporate point of view? What would you like to see him talk about?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. And certainly within our business, we are looking forward to watching his speech. I think firstly, what we are excited about is the fact that as a company, we have contributed to the funds that he will be talking about distributing. A couple of things that we will certainly be looking for as a business is stability for us as a business. So looking forward to what it is that he will be talking about from a fiscal policy perspective. And then secondly, we are sure that he will touch on where the various expenditure flows will be going into. And what's exciting for us is the fact that as he talks about that, we also balance that on our side because we contribute significantly when it comes to our host communities. We are looking at him talking about Transnet and work that will be done from a Transnet perspective. It's a key element of our value chain. And again, this is an area that we collaborate on with Transnet. So overall, we are looking forward to watching his speech and clearly continuing to engage with our government as we seek to continue growing our country because we see ourselves as a key contributor to our country overall.
Yeah. To conclude our conversation, how would you characterize the outlook for the iron ore market, maybe in the next 6 months to a year, that is?
Yeah, thanks, Diablo. Another great question. So we are very optimistic about the outlook. Firstly, when one looks at China, we are seeing some positives coming out of China. A couple of things that have taken place from that market are highly exciting to us. As a business, what we focus on is delivering high quality ore, which adds a lot of value, particularly to industry players from a steel manufacturing perspective who are looking at reducing their carbon emissions. When we look at that space, we see a positive simply because clearly our customers would like to see more of our product. So when we look at how, I guess, that will affect us as a business, we've got a very strong outlook insofar as the markets are concerned.
Mpumi Zikalala, the CEO at Kumba Iron Ore, joining us there.